everybody. Welcome to this week's Weekly Roundup. I have a wide variety of topics, so kind of pace with me. I'll try to get through them as quick as I can. So we've mentioned a few times about one of our goals for this year being around transparency and access to government, and we've done a few teasers about TextMyGov, but now the time is officially here. So we're rolling out TextMyGov on Monday, the 26th, and there's a couple of different ways that you can use TextMyGov. One, there's going to be like a chatbot feature on the website. So like commonly asked questions, you can type in like, what are the hours for the street department? And a response should pop up. We're hopeful that this provides more access for people. So if they can't catch us during traditional business hours, they can get their questions answered there. Another way is to sign up to receive text notifications. So if we have a water main break, for example, those that are registered will send a text to them saying, hey, water main break on Main Street, avoid the area. So we are asking for people to sign up for the TextMyGov texting option. Obviously, texting and data rates apply like they always do. If you're interested in receiving those, you can text the word Watertown to 91896. I just signed up yesterday. It was super easy. So please consider using those options. We've talked, I think, about the creation of the Downtown Main Street Task Force. So over my time on the city council and then as mayor, so many different options were presented for ways to revitalize the downtown and different options people wanted to see, whether it was infrastructure or one-way streets or dining outside. And a lot of those options kind of depend on one another. So we can't, for example, widen the streets and have outside dining. We wouldn't have enough space. So what we decided to do, and the council approved it, is to produce this Main Street Task Force. And the first meeting of that task force is on Tuesday at 10 a.m. We are doing it here in the council chambers, but we will also have a virtual option as well. So we want people to be engaged. We have a comments from citizens present section on the agenda so people can provide feedback. In full disclosure, this first meeting, which we are always going to do our best to hold to an hour, this first meeting will be mainly procedural, introduction of members, what our goals are, what the strategy will be. So the rubber will probably really meet the road the next meeting, but if you're interested in being a part of it from the beginning, next Tuesday is the date, 10 a.m. is the time, and you can get the link for it and the meeting location on the city website on the meeting notice. I'm really honored to share, and maybe you've already seen it, that Sharp Corner Park was honored as the best public improvement project at the statewide Main Street Awards. You've heard me talk about Sharp Corner Park so many times, and I don't want to be, trite about it, but such an incredible project for our community, a minimal amount of investment for a really large impact. We couldn't have done it without our donors that helped bring this project to life, and our city staff and our city residents that had a lot of technical expertise. So thank you so much again for coming along with us on the Sharp Corner Park journey, and super excited to be able to say that we had the best public improvement project of 2020. Two local businesses, the Chic Boutique and Hayes Family Auto, also won awards. And then two of our residents were honored, one being Santa Bob and the other, the Main Street Director, Melissa Lampe. So congratulations to those members of our community and businesses in our community as well. We have a couple of openings. So I spoke last week about Transit Commission and the Zoning Board of Appeals. We still have those openings. We really need someone on Transit Commission. If you're interested or you're maybe just on the fence, give a call to the clerk. She can provide a lot of valuable information. If you're interested in helping us out in that role, they meet about once a month, if that. It's about an hour or so. There's a way to submit your interest in your application, and that's also right on the city website. We also have an opening, which doesn't happen very often, for District 5. So we just held our spring elections. District 5 was in that election. And the current District 5 alderperson had to resign, so we have an opening there. So District 5 is on the west side of the city. There's a map on the GIS website, or the GIS on our city website, if you're interested in knowing where that is. In order to be considered for that vacancy, candidates must reside within the boundaries of District 5, be at least 18 years of age, and meet the Wisconsin voter eligibility requirements. If you meet those requirements, we are just asking that you submit a letter of interest and a resume to the city clerk by April 30th, so next Friday by 4 p.m. And then the city council will be interviewing those candidates at 7 p.m. on the council meeting on May 4th. So please spread the word. If you have questions, call me, call other alder people, call the clerk. If you're on the fence about it, we want to be able to have a conversation and explain what it all entails. This is a really important opening for us. We have a lot of good trajectory and cohesion happening right now in the community, and we want to continue to gain on that momentum. So opening in District 5, if you're interested, have questions, please let me know or let the clerk know. This week was National Volunteer Week. I want to give a big shout out to all of our city staff who participated in our volunteer effort yesterday. We cleaned up West Haven Park and Riverside Park. We did the volleyball courts, the baseball fields, basketball, the park itself. So thank you to our city staff that participated in that. And then because it's National Volunteer Week, I also wanted to draw your attention to a new item on our website, which you'll find under elected officials and then under mayor, the mayor section. And we have a listing of volunteer opportunities. So I get questions from time to time, hey, my civic group wants to help out, or my team needs community service hours. What options are available for volunteering? So we now have a list of those on the city website. It certainly isn't all inclusive, but at least gives you a flavor of the volunteer opportunities that we have. And it also has for you how you can sign up for those. So there's a form you can fill out. It'll get sent to us here, and then we'll get in touch with you. So if you're looking to volunteer in the community, go under elected officials and then under mayor, and you'll see it on the left-hand side. Okay, a couple of street updates. We're going to be doing blasting at the quarry next week between Wednesday and Friday. So they're going to do 2 blasts. We do this every year. We're fortunate to be able to have a quarry that produces all of the lime rock that we need in order to do our street construction and maintenance projects for the year. So if you live in this area, same thing as always. If you happen to be visiting the area, though, please be aware that we do have 2 blasts. You'll hear 2 times, sometime between next Wednesday and Friday. We are announcing a street closure for next week. So the South 3rd Street construction project continues to move according to schedule. And as such, they'll be continuing towards Mary Street. So removing the pavement between William Street and Mary Street will start on Monday, and the road will be closed to through traffic. Okay, so COVID updates. We continue to post our clinics Thursdays at 4 p.m. We do have a clinic tomorrow, and we are accepting walk-ins. We're going to be kind of piloting a new walk-in registration tomorrow. So if you're interested in getting a vaccine, you can obviously still call today or register online. But if it's tomorrow morning and you think, should I go do it? You can walk in. We have the most availability between 8:30 and 10, but you can still make an appointment as well. So we also posted this week, we're getting a lot of questions, which is a really great thing to hear about, hey, I'm fully vaccinated, now what? What are the recommendations now? And so we posted a really nice kind of quick reference guide on our city Facebook page and the website. So I'd point your attention there. And then next week, there's a Board of Health meeting on Thursday. And the reason I'm talking about this now is if the Board of Health approves this item, you will see a difference in the COVID information that you receive here in the community. So we created the phased reopening plan probably around a year ago or so. I'm not quite sure. And we've had many iterations of it. We revised it, we revisit it, and we always have had this placeholder for phase 4. And that phase 4 was widely dictated by the capacity to get a vaccine. So widely available vaccine was the indicator. Now that we have eligibility for everyone and a steady supply of vaccine, we do feel comfortable presenting to the cable board a phasing out of the phased reopening plan. And we would be replacing that with guidance that's a little bit more general. And then also we'll be replacing potentially, if they approve it, the infographic that gets posted on Wednesday. So the phased reopening plan would sunset. We would bring in some guidance that would be consistently the same. And then we would change that graph that you see to an update of the numbers, both COVID cases and vaccine, and then 1 or 2, 3 items that we think are relevant and important for the week. So the health board will be considering that next Thursday. If they approve that, you'll see a change in the presentation the following Wednesday. We still are trying to firm up a few of our job openings. So we have openings at the pool and the aquatic center. Full disclosure, concession staff was my first job. So we do have openings in the concession stand. We still need some junior day camp leaders for our day camp. And then the engineering intern is still open. I think they're starting some interviews next week, but that is still open. We have a part-time opening for a fire inspector, and then the street mechanic position is still open. So that's all that I have for this week. I think it's supposed to start to warm up finally, which is a gift. So have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.